Yes, indeed. That is the first ever 2-night SummerSlam coming to you, emanating from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. So I do have I believe so far, I believe it's 6 or 7 matches have been announced so far. 7. No, six. 6 matches have been announced so far. So, Brother Nate, what you want to talk about first?
Okay. Is this going to be one of our patented prediction segments, Ray?
Indeed, sir.
Okay. What we got? Let's go in order from least important to John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
All right. All right. Well, let me go ahead and pull the
Save the
slides
best for
up.
last. That's Chris's true main event. He loves this Cena heel run so much.
But I guess in most of you guys' eyes, this will be considered the least important because again, we had the battle of the lead singers who will be leading up New Edition this week. And that will be the cage match for the U.S. title between one Jacob, I can say the N-word all I want, Fatu, versus
We ain't forget about that, you know what I mean?
All right, so we'll start out with the Ring Theory boys. Brother Jay, who you got in this I want to say not a rubber match, but kind of like this brawl for it all, if you will. Hello?
You on mute, my brother. You on mute, my brother.
Jay is so stunned.
I think I was talking to you, Jay. Oh, there you go.
Okay, my bad. Hey, appreciate it. Give me the blind tag. Oh, my bad. Yeah,
like
so
he tagged you and the ref wasn't looking. Like,
I'm looking away. I'm interacting with the fan over here, and then got the hot tag. My heart tells me Jacob Fatu, but my wrestling mind is saying Solo is going to retain. I think they're going to do a lot more with Solo with that championship and start building the story for Jacob Fatu to chase another championship and down the WrestleMania line. So I'm going to go ahead and say Solo Sikoa retains with the help of the family.
All right. What about you, Girard?
I'm gonna have to go with my tag team partner choice as well for the same reasons. Honestly, like I think Fatu could do something with that belt, but like I don't. To me, I think he can do something with that belt if he's gonna have like a longer television TV style reign where he gets to defend it and just kind of be that unbeatable champion on SmackDown. But with that being said, Solo got a bunch of dudes around him. I think Tama Tonga, if he's ready to come back, I think this is his time to pop back up and rejoin the family. So that way it can be just another reason why. And yeah, Steel Cage is cute and all, but they don't keep nobody out. So let's keep it a buck. Solo for the win. His MFTs, if you will.
Yes. And we finally know what MFT stands for after Solo has been talking about it for like the last year.
What is it? I don't know what it stands for.
My family tree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unimpressed.
The apples have grown within his, and they're sprouting out and they're blooming within his family tree now. I'll go ahead next. I'll go ahead next. I agree with the Ring Theory brothers. I love you, Solo. I think he's gonna go ahead. He's gonna find a way. You know how they like to do when you do have additional people within your faction. They'll have them roaming outside just when the baby face is trying to climb over, and you got them climbing up the cage trying to beat them back in, or you got them waiting at the wings to beat him down and make sure his feet don't touch the ground, things like that. So, of course, again, as you've mentioned, Nate, as I've stolen the theme that I've stolen, if if the MFT has shenaned once, they will shenan again. So I got Solo, the real lead singer, retaining his championship. What about you? I know this is gonna be quick, brother Kris. Just go ahead and let us know now.
Oh, yeah. Jacob Fatu. I think Solo actually won the belt so he could lose it to Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam.
Oh,
damn.
Okay. Brother Nate, I knew it was quick. I knew it was gonna be quick.
All right, Ray. So if you look at this poster, brother, the way it is Posternomics coming back. If you look at this poster, okay,
we have to have some bumper music for that or something.
Yes, like the old breaking news. And now we'll go to our correspondent. So if you look at this poster, Ray, Jacob is bathed in blue. Okay,
gotcha.
Blue Ivy is the daughter of Beyonce and Sean Carter, otherwise known as Jay-Z. Some call him Jigga, some call him Hove. One of Jay-Z's biggest songs was 99 Problems, okay? I got 99 problems, but a B ain't one, okay? When you look over at Jacob Fatu, he's in red, okay? Red was a movie that starred Bruce Willis, okay?
Oh, God.
Bruce Willis was once in a movie called Die Hard, Yippee-Ki-Yay, Mr. Falcon, right? The Falcons play in Atlanta, home of Bill Goldberg. We talked about him. Bill Goldberg always said, who's next? The answer to that question, Ray Williams, is Solo Sikoa is not next. Jacob Fatu is next, and Jacob Fatu is now, which is why Jacob Fatu will lose, because he has to go to bigger and better things, brother. I agree with the ring theory, gentlemen, on this one. I don't know why they made it a damn steel cage match when you know the whole family tree gonna be outside, including the tallest Tongan of them all, Ray Williams.
Indeed.
And so, yeah, like it's a stupid stipulation, but I think it'll be a good match. Solo wins, and he can be that menacing force on SmackDown while Jacob moves on to bigger and better things.
All right. Well, so is four of us for Solo, and Kris on an island, which he does not care about, the island of irrelevancy,
and not the Epstein Island. Let's get that.
Yes, clarify that.
The Jeffrey Island. Definitely not the Jeffrey Island. All right, so we'll go on next, and I was kind of talking about this young lady and her program and her evolution, as it be, and now again we see how some title shots you got to earn, and others you could just say, hey, we want a title shot, Adam Pearce. And Adam Pearce like, you know what? That's a good idea. So, without needing a challenge in any match this time, it will be the not friends, they're not friends, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair teaming up to battle against the Judgment Days, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the women's WWE Tag Team Championship. I guess we'll go in reverse order, brother Nate.
Okay. All right. Again, let's look at this image, brothers.
Posternomics Part 2.
Raquel and I was almost gonna call her Liv, but it's not Liv.
Roxanne.
Raquel and Roxanne, right? They in blue. Eiffel 65 had a song back in the day. I'm blue, yada dee, yada da. Right.
Yep.
The Eiffel Tower is in Paris, France. Okay. There's a Paris in Texas. Both Roxanne and Raquel are from where, Ray? Sis.
Yes.
Roxanne, I Want to Be Your Man was the line of a song from a group UTFO back in the day. UTFO. That, Ray, reverse that.
Okay.
OTU. Off to. Where are we off to? SummerSlam, brother. There was a lot of preamble. I really don't have nowhere to go off the UTFO joint. I tried, ladies and gentlemen. I tried. But I tried, Kris. I tried.
Try.
But I think this is gonna be a hell of a match, man. Like I've enjoyed Roxanne's injection into the Judgment Day storyline. Again, like you never want to see anybody get hurt, but from a storyline perspective, I think Liv being out for a little bit actually helps this story in a way because it forces them to make decisions and forces them to kind of move things along. Charlotte and Alexa, like again, Ray and I talked about this during our Evolution Live watch. Like, I really enjoy this team. Like, yes, you based it off of a friendship that nobody would know about if they hadn't read Charlotte's book from 4 or 5 years ago. But it definitely has more credence than Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, and Trish Stratus being Tiffany's hero, which we only hear about twice a year. But I think like they're getting Charlotte to a place where she actually feels like a person and not this queen character. Like Charlotte has always been a good heel, but this actually feels like there's some heart being put into this story by Charlotte, and a lot of the character stuff, as I mentioned to Ray, is kind of being pulled out by Alexa. And what Alexa's like, I still don't get what Alexa Bliss's character is. Like, she's still carrying around this damn doll that has nothing to do with her current persona. But it's cool. Like whatever. You know, some people like cucumbers better pickled, man. I'm not gonna yuck your yum, Alexa Bliss. But I'm to the point where I really want to see Charlotte and Alexa have success as a team and actually be friends. And you know, this is WWE. Can they coexist? Is the motto of all mottos with tag teams. I know eventually they're going to do the breakup angle, but I want them to have a good long run as a team, and I would love for them to win the belts here. All that being said, Jay, I think they're going to chase a little bit longer. I think they're going to chase a little bit longer. Give me Raquel and Roxanne, because everybody needs a little R&R, a little rest and relaxation, but there's no relaxation in New Jersey. Brandon will tell you. I tried to get it on the dismount, Ray.
It ended up working out on the end. What say you, Professor?
Yeah, so Charlotte, she has been coming. I was never a fan of them using Charlotte's personal life as wrestling fodder. I thought it was bullshit. Thought it was bogus. And I'm not the biggest fan of Charlotte as a performer, but I don't think anybody deserves that shit. And I think within the last month, they've done some not WWE, but I've seen Charlotte on TV. Some people have been sending me clips of her. And she's coming off like a human being, not just a human being, but a human being you kind of feel bad for. But I was always feeling, I never liked the shit they did with her. I always thought it was tasteless and garbage. But I do think the blue team is gonna likely win this. And I really am trying to find it in my heart to care about this match.
Damn.
But I care about Charlotte, and you know, hoping good things happen to her, because even the way that divorce was kind of like used as storyline fodder, I just thought that was messed up. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Team Blue.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm thinking, and I'm doing a little bit of conspiracy theorizing and some a little bit of posterology, because it's interesting that you got Raquel and Roxanne on the blue side, even though they belong to Raw, but you got Charlotte and you got Alexa on the red side, but they belong to SmackDown. Furthermore, what is blue plus red? Purple. What is the main color of the group, the Judgment Day? Purple. So that being said, no.
I thought you were gonna say Charlotte and Flair was gonna show up on Wild Women of Wrestling with the purple. Like, damn, David McClain don't miss.
That boy booking in the future. That boy booking. But all roads lead back to Wild women are wrestling with
Number
Brother
one
Nick.
promotion of the year, Ray. Oh, speaking of it, spoiler alert, if you ain't watched WoW this weekend, we got a new world champion in the building. Tormenta finally climbed the mountain.
The Beast finally lost the belt.
Beast been gone, Ray.
Beast Ben gave up the belt. All right.
Master was the reigning defending champion. The Classmaster lost. Enter.
See, I swear, I just like I did the super cut of the Man of 1,000 Voices. I'm gonna do the super cut of the Wild Women of Wrestling, and I'm gonna send it out to David McClain. We gonna get you on the broadcast, brother. One of these days.
Be in the skybox with Jeannie Buss.
Yeah. Like you could tell us that brother Kris helped you get Don over. You could listen. But yeah, to be serious, I don't know if they're gonna continue to drag this out with Raquel and with Roxanne, like keeping the belts. And then I mean, I guess you can, but the only thing is like where's the end game? And we're not talking about the MCU end game, but we're actually talking about like what's the destination that you want to get to, because are you trying to wait until Liv recovers and then you have that tension already? Like you already have tension between her and Roxanne, but now you have even more tension between Roxanne and Liv and Raquel, because Liv and Raquel were like best buddies, and now you're like, oh, you betraying me? Oh, that you just plug her in. It's like, oh, y'all just got a cake and y'all got like a eulogy. Y'all got my picture like I'm dead now. That's what we doing. But we don't know when Liv is supposed to be returning, especially with the type of injury that she has. So it's like, are you going to continue to drag this story out and keep the belts on them? And like, I think they can lose the belts and then regain the belts right in time for Liv to return, because I think that Roxanne can kind of cost the team, and then she's be like, you know what, Raquel, it was my fault. I'm gonna do everything I can to prove to you that I'm a great tag partner and that we're gonna get these belts back, and now we're gonna continue to reign with them. So, with that being said, that's my theory about what can happen in the ring. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. So, with that being said, I think you can continue to push this not friendship between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So I have the red team, even though they on SmackDown, I have them winning. So
you know something, I had no clue which show either team was assigned to. I just, because I see these women, these particular women, I'm like, I know who the other women on WWE are assigned. I just, that's to me that Charlotte's a Raw wrestler and or Charlotte's a SmackDown where I had no fucking clue.
Yeah, I think that's where they mainly had her for like the last few months, especially her going up. Well, I think she just transferred over. Like, again, who knows how this draft stuff works anymore, or how these trades work anymore. But ever since she won the Royal Rumble and she challenged against Tiffany, she's just been on SmackDown. So I just assume, now she's a SmackDown wrestler. That's all I assume. So, Brother Jay, who you got?
You know what? I'm back and forth on it. I really think that the dynamic between Roxanne and Raquel, they're starting to gel a little bit. So the story that they're telling with the Judgment Day carrying all the gold, and Roxanne being the de facto replacement for a Liv Morgan, they're starting to gel. And I think Raquel's actually growing onto Roxanne. And so with that, I think they're going to retain. I like the story that Charlotte and Alexa are telling as well too. And I also like the fact that they're, someone already said about Charlotte having more of a better character develop in this time. And I think a lot of it has to do with the Player Tribune article that came out.
That's what it
And
was.
it's starting to humanize her, because before, just character. Okay, she's Ric Flair's daughter. Great. What else? But I think to what you were saying, Kris, having her personal life out there, and that, blurring the line between Ashley and Charlotte, I think it makes us more, empathetic to her and her story, her real life story. Because again, I think she even said that when Tiffany Stratton brought up all that personal stuff and brought it into a story, that was never Charlotte Flair. That was Ashley, the real person.
Right, yeah.
And so having all of that being drug into reality is like, yo, you have to draw a line somewhere. That wasn't cool. So now that we I see we as fans are just more being gravitated to Ashley, who actually playing Charlotte, and I'm starting in circles or whatever. I think there's a lot more story that can be like flushed out like that. So I see them winning, and at some point, I think between Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, somebody gonna turn on somebody.
Right.
I don't know who it is, but I'm leaning towards Alexa Bliss only because she's still carrying around that doll, and somebody already hit it. Why are you still carrying that doll? Unless it's a top WWE selling merchandise, there's no reason for her to be carrying it unless she's going to turn into the dark side. So again, answer your question. I think Judgment Day Ladies Division Tag Team wins that match.
All right.
And then that I wanted to say that that Players Tribune article, I remember it was a couple months ago, we were having a conversation about this. And this was before Charlotte said she was uncomfortable in that article. And I was like, this woman looks visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Talking about this shit. I was like, why are they doing this? Because it was like she couldn't even hide it. And that's why I thought it was so just so tasteless. But it's WWE, and I don't think they're ever gonna stray away from crap like that. But it's one thing if the talent is cool with it, but when they're not and you're doing this kind of shit. And her ex-husband just started working for the company again too. It's all kinds of just horrible.
Yeah, and I also wanted to touch. I said in the moment I thought that she's supposed to be a heel, that she's supposed to handle it a certain way and supposed to know all these things. But now hearing these things that she's saying from that Players Tribune article, like now I understand why she was so flustered and why she was so taken aback. Because again, like she's not trying to equal her personal life or bring her personal life into the ring.
Do we have a minor back and forth over this, Ray? I'm kind of you're starting my memory's kind of get jogged.
I think we did, but but now I can see where you were coming from, and now I see where she was coming from as well. And also another thing that humanized her with that was that interview that she had recently with The Undertaker and with Michelle McCool as well. So kind of put her at ease, and again, like you said earlier, Nate, kind of made her seem more like a fully fledged or fully fleshed out person, more so than just I'm the queen, I'm from Queen City, I'm dominant, all that stuff. So all right, so brother Jay, I think we went with you. So brother Girard, what are your thoughts about this match? Who do you got winning the women's tag titles?
Well, the poster been speaking to me, so we gonna stay on the poster.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody want to see stuff.
Talk to him.
The poster speaking to me, and you know what I see? I see red and blue. What does red and blue remind you of? What does that give you the concern of? The police. Who's part of the police? Sting. We're not gonna go to Sting. We're not Sting right now, but we are worried about Roxanne. Please, you don't have to turn on the red light.
Okay, talk to him.
And because of that, she's going to be bending over backwards during this tag team match to try to keep it alive and keep those tag team titles in the Judgment Day. I think just like Bianca can show up for work hurt, so can Liv. I think Liv shows up at SummerSlam.
Okay.
And I think Liv's jealousy of how things is going, it's going to help her cost them the belts.
Okay.
And it's going to be Roxanne who probably gets pinned. And I give it to Charlotte and I give it to Alexa because Alexa has her doll. And until she rejoins with the Wyatt Six, she will have that doll because that's what her therapist told her. Hey, everything going to be smooth as long as you got that doll. That was years ago. She still got it for a reason. When she lose it, she'll probably lose her mind too. But until that time period comes, she chilling with the tag team title belts. I think this first match is given over to them because of the fact that, Liv played distraction. It's going to have Dom kind of get mad at Liv. And SummerSlam seems to be a big time period for Dom to kind of shake up his emotions and stuff about who he dating and everything. So like, this could be him starting to lean more towards Roxanne and pushing away from Liv. He probably a little butthurt too because he lost his title to Uncle AJ earlier in the night. So he probably a little sour about that as well. So on top of everything else, he's going to be mad at Liv costing them the belts.
Okay.
This then plays into the Charlotte story that, we won the belts and we're still like doing our thing as champions in defending them, but I don't really feel like I'm the champion. And I think this insecurity that Charlotte has is going to play out live on television for her to then cost them the belts later, maybe a month or two down the line in a rematch to the Judgment Day. Because I think Liv goes away after SummerSlam. I think they will get the belts back, like everybody's been kind of predicting. If they lose it at SummerSlam, I do think they'll get them back before Liv comes back officially. That to only play into, hey, it was your fault, Liv. We lost them in the first place. But I think Charlotte's insecurities in that rematch will then cost her the titles that then might have her and Alexa be like, you know what? I tried to do the tag thing, but that's not working to get the rhythm right. You know what? We got to go 1v1 so that maybe I can beat some sense into you, Charlotte. So I think that's the route we go with Charlotte's story. Okay. Give her a little dub. Give her a little, hey, she's doing her thing, but she's now getting in her own way. That queen persona is now being stripped and taken apart. And now it's, who is Charlotte Flair? And why are you so scared that you can't even hold on to some tag team titles that you've already had before?
Right. All right. That's an interesting theory, my brother. And you mentioned it, and they didn't have a graphic for it, but I guess we can go ahead and run through it as well with Brother Dominic Mysterio, who they're now celebrating 20 years of Dominic Mysterio. If you look at the WWE YouTube, even though he was a small child 20 years ago. And
when he had the bleach blonde tips and all that shit.
and they're asking superstars like Rhea Ripley and CM Punk, what's the best advice that Dominic has ever given you? So, yes, Dominic Mysterio, reigning and defending Intercontinental Champion. Supposedly, if he gets cleared, maybe having a match against AJ Styles, the aforementioned legend of TNA, who has probably by now has returned on TNA Slammiversary. But what do you guys think? I think you've already gave a little bit of hints of what you think is going to happen, Girard. So maybe you want to elaborate as far as Dirty Dom versus the Phenomenal One.
I just hope AJ wins. That's all. I am my favorite Republican. I just need him to win. I need him to. I saw him lose at WrestleMania to Logan Paul. I'm good. I didn't want to see that live, but I had to see that live. I hadn't seen him win a belt in a while. I just need him to do something. Like last belt, I think he won with a tag team title with Omos. Like, how long ago was that? WrestleMania 37 off the New Day. It's been a minute, y'all. I might be wrong, but it's been a minute either way. I might be wrong about that belt, but I ain't wrong about the fact that it's been a couple years. So give him at least an IC title reign to do something with it and have him maybe, I don't know. I don't have a prediction about who he can lose it to, but he deserves something. And I don't think a world title reign is coming his way anytime soon. If ever with WWE. I would love him to go back to TNA, snatch up that TNA World Championship for a little while, you know, come back and forth between the rosters with the belt, you know, a little partnership, a little dip that, but one can dream. One can dream.
Yeah.
How about you, Ray? Where are you feeling about this match, and who you think is going to take that belt?
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. I think that you want to continue kind of building Dirty Dom as just getting out by the skin of his teeth, just finding a way to win by any means necessary, even if those means are nefarious. I think he's going to find a way to slip and slide out and get a fluke victory over AJ. I just think you still, even though I did mention this before with Jey Uso, it's like there's no way you could take him off it. He's only had the belt since WrestleMania. You got to keep it on at least a few more months. My prediction was not accurate in that particular instance. But with Dirty Dom, I think you continue to find a way to kind of slide out and kind of like get these underhanded wins over someone who's clearly going to outclass him in the ring. Of course, you're going to see AJ kind of outclass him throughout the majority of the match, but you know, Dirty Dom always has a trick up his sleeve, so he's going to pull something, and I think he's going to end up getting the victory and retaining his championship. What say you, Jay?
I think that AJ finds a way to and gets the title off of Dominic Mysterio.
There we go.
I think Dominic's reign, he's going to get it back at some point, and he's just going to. But I think this is AJ's. I'm not sure. He hasn't held the Intercontinental title, to my knowledge. I think that's going to be one of those things that's like, AJ, we know your career is winding down. It's the tip of the cap to you. We'll give you this, so you can hit the cycle, so to speak, in the WWE. But yeah, I think he wins here, and I think it's going to be like a hot potato title. Dom's getting it back off of him probably the next night on Raw or something, but I can see that happening.
That wouldn't surprise me. Although, brother, I think, and I don't blame you for forgetting about this, but during the pandemic times, AJ Styles did win the IC title, and this when he had his mathematical genius Joseph Park, whose brother, you know, as Abyss, Kris, you know, Abyss.
Yeah, I know.
The pandemic was so forgettable, especially in the Thunderdome age, man.
You hold on. You telling me you don't remember that wonderful episode of Monday Night Raw, Jay, when we was in the Thunderdome and all the stars were out. Punky Brewster, Soleil Moon Frye was out. All of the celebrities was out to watch this match.
Yeah. And my friend Cherry Johnson, who I did try to shoot my shot with back in the 2000s, and she was nice when she told me no thank you, but I tried. Shout out to Cherry.
She was like, I got Punky Brewster money, dog. I don't need you.
Yeah.
You could be number 49.
But she's the homegirl, man. She's real cool people.
She could have been 49. You're right, Ray.
All right, brother Nate. What do you think between phenomenally flat earther and Dirty Dom, the deadbeat son?
In this matchup between two 20-year veterans, man. This is what you come to see, man. This is sports entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. And as you mentioned, Ray, when you look at Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, as they call him, versus this man, Alan Jamario Styles. And you don't know nothing about no damn Jamario, Ray.
I don't. No, I don't.
This TNA legend, a man who, for the longest time, you could say pound for pound was one of the top 5 wrestlers in any promotion in any country in the world. And as we all know, as you mentioned, Ray, the world is flat. Okay. But they're wrestling in a squared circle, right? But then when you take the parallelograms of this match and put it in a rhombus,
Oh Lord,
we left with a triangle. And who was the master of the triangle? Diamond Dallas Page. Bang. That's what we gonna
diamond, but okay.
I mean, Ray, you get in the way of knowledge.
Yeah,
you get in the way of knowledge, Ray.
Okay.
Let's be thoughtful and mindful and demure, Ray Williams.
Right.
But nah, this is all seriousness. This is gonna be a fun match, man. Like Dom has really come into this character, and his in-ring has been improving. And so I think this is gonna be a fun match. I would love for AJ to win here, but I don't think the title that he's gonna get next is the IC title. Like I think, crazy enough, that TNA title might be coming home to the GOAT. Grits, get ready, Grits. Your moment is coming.
Get ready to fly, Grits.
We can all fly. I just saw Superman last week. I believe a man can fly, so AJ Styles will be flying high to grab that brass ring in TNA once more. But yeah, I feel like if this were AJ maybe 5 years ago, Girard, yes, I could see them pulling the trigger with AJ, but I feel like they kind of view him as a gatekeeper now. And so Dom to me is as much as I would love to see AJ win, I think Dom to me is the character they have more stock in at the moment. And so, yeah, like I don't know what an AJ title run does for AJ besides being another accolade, but this dude has got so many accolades already.
So you mean to tell me the power of Jesus Christ himself? This man was on his knees on Monday Night Raw praying. You mean to tell me the power of my Lord Jesus Christ cannot get it done over dirty
Here's
Dom?
the thing, Gerard. Like it's still Sunday night. You know, we all of us, you know, to varying degrees have had experience in the church and whatnot. But here's the thing: you're talking about a company in where God Himself was not put over by these folks. God took the L to Vince McMahon in a tag team match. Yeah. And so if they ain't got no love for God Himself, I'm sure they ain't respecting AJ's prayers. So
God got his get back though. He got his get back already. So he waited. He waited for him.
God's gonna get the ultimate get back on Vince McMahon, but that's not go there.
He waited for his. He said long-term booking. I got you.
Long-term booking.
I got you.
Vince shows up at the pearly gates. What was that you said about no chance? No chance where?
Right.
Remember when you wouldn't let me get tagged in? Got that.
They had the spotlight playing church music, slowly coming to the ring. God was making his entrance.
So disrespectful.
Anyway,
some would say blasphemous.
Right. Yeah. I'm the
you
resident.
Just make the list.
Yeah.
Ain't trying to be on that list at all.
Those are one throughout this evening. Those are one of two. Well, I want to make the list up there, but there's another list I don't want to make. So and that's the one that that's the one that Kris was talking about.
No, Vince,
earlier.
We've got reservations for you and Linda in another place. Break
I'm the resident agnostic atheist on this panel, so I probably will be joining them because I think that's how it goes with agnostics. But
damn.
Anyway,
Never too late.
Put it down like that, Chris.
I'm just imagining. I'm imagining this in this scenario, like Vince McMahon, Donald Trump, Linda McMahon, and Kris at a table. Like I guess they. I don't know if they got restaurants down there, but they like it.
Right. I'm hoping that the way it works. One of the people that I've ran into, one of the hundreds and thousands of people that I've walked into in my life, will wish me into heaven also. And maybe,
somebody gets a +1 into heaven.
Right. Yeah, someone gets a plus.
Kris is like, one of my 48 ex-girlfriends got to let me in.
48. One of the 48 ex-girlfriends. One of the former students. One of somebody, man. Somebody.
Tony Khan's like, you know
brother
what,
out.
Kris? We really didn't do enough for you when we wrecked your mobility scooter. Come on in, pal.
Right. Yeah. But before I get into this match, I need to talk about hair for a second.
Okay.
So I've had this conversation in my head a few times, like which one of Dominic's hairstyles was the goofiest? The mullet he has right now, or those blonde tips he had when he was little rugrat running around. And I go back and forth because there's justifications for both styles, and then there's also admonishment you could give for both styles. The justification is he's a heel and he's trying to pay homage to Eddie Guerrero, so it makes sense.
Right.
There was a time in the 2000s where it seemed like every kind of white boy or anyone who could afford hair, like who had hair of Dom's texture, was experimenting with those blonde tips. Mark McGrath had it. Jason Biggs
would beg to differ.
Yeah, Mark McGrath.
Eminem.
What was the
Michael
one?
Cole?
Yeah, Michael Cole. Michael Cole had him. Jason Biggs had him for a little while. The dude that was Scott Evil and Austin Powers.
Seth Green.
Yeah, Seth Green. Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter who it was. It was an embarrassing hairstyle for all of them. But the justification for it is for some stupid reason they all like the hairstyle back then. Maybe it's like our Bobby Brown haircut in the 90s or something. So had to just say that. But if I'm gonna pick the goofier hairstyle, I'll probably go with the mullet of today, because Dominique could make an argument. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he turned on his father, because he had that stupid hairstyle as a kid. But yeah, I just never liked that look. Who rocked it well? Maybe Mark McGrath. Mark rocked it the best.
Damn.
With the tips. Oh yeah.
I guess I don't know, man. One of them, but yeah. But if I'm judging the match, yeah, I'm kind of like with Nate, and I'm also with Girard. I could kind of see both scenarios. AJ Styles is collecting a paycheck right now. I don't think he cares about winning that belt, but it'd be funny if they let AJ Styles win the TNA title, because the TNA title has had stints in both AEW and WWE. I would make the argument that AEW was more respectful with the TNA title than WWE. They both were disrespectful towards it. Let me just get that out the way. But at least in AEW, it felt like a belt that the top guys wanted to win, right? Kenny Omega, when he had it, he treated it well. And then when Christian got it, he enjoyed having the belt. And then when WWE had the TNA title and Joe Hendry was wrestling Randy Orton, Michael Cole went out of his fucking way to be like, this is not for the TNA title. Like it was like a plague or something. Like it was some kind of like if Randy Orton won it. And they give the belt to Trick, which is fine, but Trick is not a top guy in the company. Trick is a top guy in NXT.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just tells you what the WWE thinks of that relationship.
Right.
You know, like I said, AEW didn't respect them that much more, but they did treat it like a belt that top guys wanted to win. So I don't I don't know how I'd feel if they gave it to AJ Styles, because I don't know what it subliminally says about AJ Styles if they give him that belt. But yeah, I'm gonna, if I'm gonna have to pick, I'm gonna pick AJ to win. Because I think it'd be cheap for me not to pick someone, so I'll go with AJ.
All right. Well, we'll move on to another match that has not been officially made yet, but there's some rumblings about this particular match ever since the return of the OTC 1, even though I don't know what the 1 means. We are talking about Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and his cousin, main event Jey Uso, who is lucky that SummerSlam is 2 nights, because it would probably be another time that he would not be in the main event. But yes, the cousins of the original Bloodline will be possibly taking on Braun and Brun Security, Brunson Reed and Braun Breaker. So I guess I'll start this one off. I don't know. I don't think there's any way you're not putting over Roman Reigns with his first match back. So I'm going with the original Bloodline on this one. But I think that there are going to be like some seeds planted in this one that could be affecting another match, either later on in Saturday or on Sunday night. So I'll talk about that a little later on. But yeah, I think Roman Reigns and Jey will be coming out with the victory. You can't pin Braun right now, so I think they're probably going to get one over on Brunson Reed. He could eat a pin for the greater good. All right, what say you, Nate? You look like yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Ray, you said you can't not put over Roman Reigns in his return match. Now I agree, but you can put Jey Uso down. Because they've been doing that for a little minute. They've been doing that for a little minute. How you going to be main event Jey Uso, but you ain't never in no main events, my boy?
Never.
The only reason you in this main event is because of Roman Reigns, brother. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. But no, man. Like I think this will be a fun match. Like I do love that we're getting a Jey and Roman reunion, and I do love that they are not fighting other Samoans, even though I'm not sure of Bronson Reed's ethnicity. I think he's from New Zealand.
He is Samoan, I believe. He's just an Australian Samoan.
Well, they stay playing these in-conference games. They stay in the Mountain West Conference. They can't get out of it, dog. Like, at least move to the Pac-12 or something. They need teams. But I feel like you're right, Ray. Like this is easy. Like if you're betting on wrestling, and as we always say, don't bet on wrestling.
Don't bet on wrestling.
If you're betting on wrestling, lock this in. I think Bronson does eat the pin, but Braun's gonna get some shine too, because they're really high on Braun Breaker right now. LeBron Breaker is what his daddy calls him. But yeah, I think this will be a good showcase. I'm intrigued to see where Roman kind of fits into this mix now. But yeah, give me the team with 2 Samoans instead of the team with 1 Samoan.
Gotcha. All right, brother Kris, who you got?
I agree. I mean, we've been through this. Roman Reigns he just doesn't lose when he's in that company. They don't book that man to lose. So I could actually see a scenario where Braun Breaker eats the pin as well, but it would be like a scenario where Gunther does something to him to make him lose, and then they move into that. But I definitely think Roman is very strict with his comebacks and stuff like that. Like he because I heard him do an interview some years ago, and I believe every single fucking word of it. He said, I either open the show or close the show.
Mm-hmm.
The last few times he's been closing the shows. He's not going to be doing jobs to just anybody. I mean, I don't have this, like, I can't confirm this, but I think he's got it somewhere in his contract that he doesn't job to just anybody. I mean, he's a made man in that company. So I think it's him, CM Punk, and Cody. Those are the guys in that company. So yeah, Roman and Jay are winning that.
Gotcha. All right, brother Girard, who you got?
As you can hear on Instagram, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And I don't think anybody's going to be beating Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker puts down Roman. Because, yes, he job to just anybody. But like they told you, this man's going to be the head of the company for the next 20 years. Roman needed people back then to job to him. So, hey, it's time for Roman to get that back on the mat. So, and I could see him losing in this match.
I'm gonna
have a 1v1 against
get
Braun.
back to this, man. I am. I'm gonna, because I understand the thought process behind it, Gerard. I really, really do. But that's not happening. We'll revisit it next month. I just don't see any reality where, even if Roman Reigns' team loses, I just do not see that happening right now. So I just have to put that out there. So I'm not associated with that prediction. It's because
damn, he's disassociating himself.
Because one of these viewers of our show will be like, "Hey, Ely, you remember that time you picked?" No, I did not. This is Gerard's pick. So,
damn,
this is just me. This is just me, Oos. It's just me. Let me put it to you like this. I'll give you further reason why I think Roman's going to lose.
Okay.
You're putting him in a tag team, not with Big Jim, with Jey Uso. And what's the one thing he ain't did with Jey yet? He ain't apologized. So their chemistry ain't going to be fully there. Yeah, we can get it done with War Games if we have Punk and Sammy and Jim there. When it was just the four of us, we didn't get it done against Solo's Bloodline. So we've already proven if we don't have the right elements together, we don't get it done. And so the ass ain't to fire yet at SummerSlam. We gonna get there to beat people up. But that dissension between the two of them is gonna cause issues. And you need to put over the other team in a big way. Braun's already beat Sammy. Braun's already beat Jey. Roman, your time is coming. He's got to get you too. They made Brock in the way of having Brock run through everybody in 02. I'm looking at Braun he's in his 02 era, like Brock. Who are you going to beat and have him winning over at SummerSlam? His first SummerSlam, he beat Sammy for the IC title. What are you going to do with this next SummerSlam? I was there live for the last SummerSlam. What they going to do with this next one? They probably going to have him beat Roman. I would have put him 1v1 against Roman. It wouldn't have been no tag team match. But I get the tag team match. It's a little bit bigger for Jey than just a 1v1 against Bronson. And so that benefits it. But no, those two we have not gotten to the Roman apology with Jey. And if you think about the Roman babyface term, it does not fully hit its apex until we get done with that apology. Because that is his biggest crime, was starting off the whole bloodline thing by manipulating his cousin. He has yet to he acknowledged him for being proud of him for winning the IC title. And I'm sure I missed something when he acknowledged him for winning the world title, but like, he did not do anything when it came down to, yo, I'm sorry for all the dumb stuff I did to you. I'm sorry for manipulating you into this whole situation, for shutting you down in a way, for just wanting to be great. And I shut you down to make you abide by my rules. he ain't got that from him. So yeah, they not gonna be all together in this SummerSlam match.
Okay.
I promise you.
I'm a little different right here. I don't think Roman Reigns owes those fools an apology. Just by grown up logic, you didn't have to do the shit he manipulated you into doing. I mean, if you didn't want to do it, you shouldn't have did it. But you did it, and it happened. You're the world champ now, so shit. If anything, you owe this a roundabout thank you for that shit. Because if none of that stuff happened, if the bloodline didn't happen, I still wouldn't be able to tell Jimmy and Jay apart.
Damn.
That's
Oh
just
my goodness.
that's just
One are you. That probably was the truth. He was speaking to you directly.
So I'm just saying that I don't think Roman. I'm not waiting for an apology from Roman.
That's crazy.
That's just it. And normally I just let the panel have its takes and be like.
Kris had to back away from that comment.
But yeah, I just. And I could be dead wrong. I said I'm willing, and if I am wrong, I'll come on here and say, "Look, man, you was right. I was wrong." But I just do not see this. Just from what I've seen from WWE, I just do not see Roman Reigns getting pinned by any fucking body.
Hold on, Ray. Before we go to the next panelist, I think we do need to do this. The views and expressions, the resting. Spoken by Girard Downtown Brown do not reflect the opinions of the NWA podcast, Post Wrestling, or any of its subsidiaries.
Right. This means if you end up being right, you could.
I'm gonna say if you end up being right, it's the biggest dub, the on your left moment.
Yeah, so it is. So you got to stick with your pick. If you end up being right, then you schooled all of us.
Oh, dare to be great! I will always dare to be great with my predictions and like.
Right.
Yeah, I think Girard might have been. It might have been either Girard or Jade that was the only one to predict that EO was going to come out with the world title
Girard.
out of SummerSlam. Yeah, so
I think they both picked it, right? EO.
You talking about
one of y'all
at
Girard
Mania.
and
at WrestleMania, that triple threat.
Yeah,
I wanted Bianca. I ain't gonna lie. Like that.
Yeah, it was none of y'all.
Bianca as well, yeah.
I don't think anybody
all right,
picked
never
EO.
mind.
Yeah.
So, well, I know you hit on one thing where you were the only one to pick it, Girard.
Dominic
I think
Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio.
That
That
was
was
Dominic. Oh, that was you, Girard. Oh, all right, that was you,
Jay.
Picking
All right.
EO,
I
Ray.
didn't say anything about that pick because I thought that pick was in the realm of something that could actually happen on Earth One. I really did.
Damn.
This one, I just don't see it.
Whole nother planet on him.
Girard is taken aback right now.
I do have some professor friends at Caltech, and they're into like string theory and other dimensions and all that stuff. So I will ask them if they see this Roman Reigns.
They ain't gonna be like Doctor Strange. They ain't gonna be like this. The one that this ain't the one dimension. This ain't the one statistical.
Hey, you know what's happening right now? You know exactly what's happening right now, Girard. My bad. I apologize, bro. My theme music is playing. I ran all the way to the left while they beating you down. I ran all the way to the right while they beating you down.
Where you Swerve?
I'm a Osprey right now. I'm like,
I'm getting to the ring right now, bro. And I'm gonna let it be known. I agree with Girard on this part. That Braun and Braun connection are going to win that match. And here's what I think is going to happen. I don't think Roman Reigns is going to eat the pin. Jay's going to eat that pin. He's not main event anymore. He's more like opening match Jade Uso. And that's cool. That's cool. He had he's had a great 2025. But what they're going to do to Roman Reigns is they're going to write him off. He got a movie to do. He got a movie to do. So they're going to write him off. Yeah.
When does the movie start?
I don't know when they're doing Street Fighter, but I can tell you this: Roman Reigns is not wrestling a lot in the next few months or so, or whatever.
Yeah,
my opinion.
But him not wrestling a lot in the next few months or so is
It's just regular status quo.
Yeah,
He got a great contract. I'm trying to get that myself in my day job. You know what I mean?
How you a part-timer and a full-timer at the same time, brother?
Exactly. So
he's doing Vanity Fair shoots, shouting out Trump and stuff, man. He's got it made.
You ain't going up Mount Everest, brother. You here on this state. Well, why you gotta be out for so long?
But yeah, I think OT Yeet, Team OT Yeet, they not gonna coexist for whatever reason. I think Jay's gonna get pinned, and we're gonna see a tsunami. There's gonna be a tsunami watch in New Jersey, New York, whatever. And I think your tribal chief is going to take a couple of tsunamis, and that's how they're going to write him off. And that story is going to be that.
I do have to say this about Jay, because I got this email because I subscribe to my homeboy Brandon Thurston's WrestleNomics stuff. And he always releases quarterly ratings and shit like that in merchandise sales. Jay Uso is still one of the top merch sellers in that company. He was, the last time I checked, he was like number 1 or 2. So I do put that in consideration when I look at Jay Uso, because I think if you start seriously trying to mess, and he's moving a lot. It's not even like he's it's just regular Jay Uso is pulling numbers for that company. So I just want to put that out there for the people that are listening.
I hope they do right by him if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be taking too many L's. Because now you're messing with that man's bag, And again, he's had an incredible 2025.
It's happened before. To be fair, Jay, those Ron Cena shirts were flying off the shelves like hotcakes. And his brother ain't did nothing since his return.
Yeah, you never know with that company, because they're always just, if it's not somebody that they're solidly behind, they will do whatever to kind of derail them. And I think they've already kind of done that with Jay a little bit, but he's still pulling merch for him. I don't know what his ratings are. I didn't check that out. And hopefully we could get Brandon back on the show so he can run us through those numbers. But he's still doing big business for that company. I only say all of that to say I don't think he's in a wrestling world where there are not a lot of guys that are naturally over. I don't think it's wise to fuck with Jay Uso, just considering his youth. And 39-40 is still young and in today's wrestling. It's not old. It's and he's still doing a lot of good stuff for that company as far as business is concerned. So I don't know if it's the wisest idea to just be. And also I will say this too: there are wrestlers in the past where they did job him a lot, and they still did what they did. Like The Rock in the 90s and the 2000s, he lost a lot more than a lot of main eventers who had that spot before him. But The Rock is not a fair comparison, so let me shut the fuck up right now. But he is an example of that. There have been guys that have survived that, but I don't know. The story's still being told with Jay. So
and also with Jay, I feel like if I'm the company, they're looking at everything that's happened over the past 12 months as gravy. because in their eyes, like Jay's a good hand, Jay's a part of the family. But Jay, we know what Jay Uso is. We know he's a tag guy, maybe a
Right.
mid card dude.
Yeah, they could be doing that. Yeah.
Like, so the fact that he had this run, the fact that he was a world champion, that people were behind, like I think all of that is kind of gravy. And so maybe this is just Jay in their eyes regressing to the mean.
Right. Yeah. It could be that. Yeah. Too.
Could be.
Because my people, I can't rock with that because everybody focused on Jay. Stop focusing on Jay. This ain't about Jay. The only thing it's about Jay is let's protect him. And what does Braun benefit from beating Jay again? Braun's done that multiple times now, even with the title on the line.
Yep.
But him beating a Roman does a lot more. What did Roman's cousin do at SummerSlam? Put over the Braun Breaker type person in 02. It's his time to follow in his family's footsteps. He's only lost 3 times. 3 times. And that's to my top knowledge in the last few years. Cody. Dang, my brain went flat completely.
No, it's Cody, and before Cody, it was Baron Corbin.
That was a long. That was
2019. I'm talking about Jey Uso.
Jey Uso match was in it was in a tag match or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? So the only other singles match he lost was to Baron Corbin.
Damn.
That was before. Yeah, that was before the OTC.
But 41 to Seth. The last one to Cody and the one to Jay at Money in the Bank. Those are his 3 big losses.
Right. Yeah.
Braun can take that 4th one. That's not unrealistic at this point. 4 losses in that amount of time. The Cody one was last year. The Seth one was this year. And yeah, it's Seth and Braun back to back, but it's all telling the same story and for the same purpose. And why? Because my man's is in the other corner of the person. The person who helped me go for it almost 4 years undefeated is now helping create the new generation. So Paul Heyman playing the Oracle role for Braun, that all plays into the story. Roman can lose. He needs to lose as a babyface to garner that sympathy from us. Because since there's a part of the demographic that does not think he should apologize, and he doesn't need to apologize, well, then we need to garner that sympathy somehow. And so having him actually put that back on the mat is going to help us get there.
All right. Well, we'll see. Well, you're a man on an island, brother Girard, and not the island of relevancy with Roman. He's like, yo, you want me to lose him? All right. Well, because we got 4 more matches to run through, so we're going into the second half. But before we do that, please, folks, in the chat, please, if you got anything on your mind, let us know. I know it went quiet since we brought up TKO and their affiliation with the White House, but don't be afraid to let us know. Our boy Muggin.
I saw me mugging in the chat. I see you, brother.
Yeah,
this brother. We were talking about AJ earlier, and this brother brought up a great line from the OJs. Finn Balor smiles in Dom's face all the time. He wants to take his place. That backstabber. So he sees Finn.
What they do.
So he sees Finn Balor sliding in there and costing Dom the title. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on into our big men's and women's singles championship matches. So first, and also like we didn't even mention Becky Lynch versus the Bird Lady again, but who knows? We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that if we got time. But we'll go ahead into the women's WWE women's undisputed, even though it's disputed, championship between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. Now it may be time for Tiffy time in the summer, but even though it's probably as humid and as hot in New Jersey as it is here a little further down in the West Coast, or in the East Coast rather, where I am, a storm may still be coming. So what do you? We'll start off with Girard.
Damn. Because that's a good question. I don't know anymore. I don't know which way we go. I was really hell bent on Naomi being the person that's going to cash in on one of these two,
Mm-hmm.
interfere with this match, and it either be Naomi going into a triple threat with both of them, or Naomi versus Jade finally having their number 2 or solving their number 3 here with the title on the line. Now she's cashed in, and so now that means, does Jade get her shot now? I think Jade's progressing at a good rate, but I don't know if Jade's in a place to have a full-on title reign. And if that title reign does come, does the crowd take to her as a babyface as she is now, or will they turn her heel? I don't know. Does Tiffany have the staying power as a babyface in New Jersey to counter that energy from Jade? I can see that shifting Jade heel just naturally for that match, but something tells me for some weird reason that, though I think Jade should win this match, I don't think Jade's getting it done for some weird reason. It doesn't feel like Tiffy's reign is coming to an end yet. So where I think other people's title reigns might be coming into an end at SummerSlam, I think Tiffy still might be going on with it. So I'm sadly gonna go with Tiffy.
All right. Brother Jay, what say you?
Man, I gotta go with Tiffany Stratton retaining. I mean, I don't think it's Jade's time yet. It's going to happen, but I just don't see it happening right here in 3 weeks. She will get a rematch. I don't know how it's going to happen or whatever, but I just don't see Jade Cargill winning the title. If she does, it's going to be the best surprise for me, because that's what I want in my heart of hearts. But the way they're booking her right now, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going for it. Jade Cargill wins. I'm going for it right now. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, you know what? No, let's go Jade Cargill with the win. And here's why. I think they could do a rematch because in Clash in Paris or whatever, and Tiffany can have another rematch, or they can make it a 3-way and get. I'm not sure Bianca Belair is going to be healthy enough to do that, to get involved at that match over there. But for SummerSlam, I think they're going to pull the trigger on Jade Cargill.
All right,
I'll go that way. Yeah.
All right, so the Ring Theory boys at odds. All right, I guess it's up to me. I don't find it far-fetched to have Jade win the belt as well. I think you could still, and like you could do that turn with her. I know T. Anthony in the chat says, I feel like Jade loses, then turns heel. WWE loves to do that. I think you could turn her heel even as a champion. I think when she was the TNT champion in that other company, I think she was mostly heel. I think she was kind of getting over with her feats of strength, but I think you could still push her with that attitude, especially now that, of course, most of these fans want to go out here and boo black women for no reason, even though they're supposed to be the good guy. But Jade Cargill had something in the chamber for them folks in Saudi Arabia when they were booing, and she responded with "boo your mama," and then that man was like, "Huh?" That Saudi man never heard of somebody hitting the dozens on his mother. But I think Jade will go ahead and take this, and you can still push towards if you're still doing like the I don't know if they're gonna do like the well, if you're gonna do like the crown jewel stuff in like the fall their fall excursion to Saudi Arabia, and you do have the top women's champions going against each other. Naomi and Jade part 3, and then Naomi getting the upper hand now that she's a champion, and now she figures out a way to kind of bamboozle Jade, if you will, and winning that big ugly green belt again. So we'll see what happens, but I think I think Tiffany needs some time to kind of restructure her character too, because while folks are still kind of getting into like it's Tiffy time, like it's kind of like she's pretty one-dimensional, kind of like what we were talking about with Charlotte. Is like all she has is the it's Tiffy time and all the Barbie stuff, but we don't really see her fleshed out as a character. So I think you could give her time to kind of, with that belt being off of her, to kind of build herself up as a character a little bit more, and then we can always come back. Like she's still relatively young. We can always come back to Tiffy. What about you, Nate?
Well, you know, Girard Brown may have an opportunity in a few weeks to come on this program and take a well-deserved victory lap if his preposterous prediction comes to fruition. I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for you. But I feel like this is a chance for me to kind of, you know, puff my chest out a little bit, because I tried to tell all of you. I tried to tell each and every one of you on this program. I tried to tell each and every person on this network. I tried to tell each and every one of you, the audience, that this Tiffany Stratton thing was a castle built on a foundation of sand. And as Jimi Hendrix once told you, even castles made of sand melt into the sea eventually. But y'all called me a hater. Y'all called me a zealot. Y'all called me a Nia Jax bootlicker, and to all of that, I will say those are some tasty, delicious boots. Almost as delicious as that teriyaki madness I had for lunch. I'm telling y'all, I've become a teriyaki madness convert over the last few days. It's a wonderful place. If you have a teriyaki madness in your neighborhood,
we need that sponsorship, teriyaki madness.
Teriyaki madness. Call up John and Way. Get the paperwork going. But here's the thing, man. This Tiffany Stratton title run has been a flop.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it. Let's not sugarcoat it, Ray. You know, it's Tiffany time. That's cute. But what else you got?
Yep.
Good wrestler. Like, can't nobody take that from Sis. She's a good wrestler, but there is no connection to this character, this babyface version of Tiffany Stratton. There is no connection here with the audience outside of Tiffy time. And so it's like, yeah, you can try to prop her up with Trish Stratus all you want. You can try to prop her up with these promos that have no feeling or heart or emotion in them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that tide's gonna roll in, Ray Williams. Started eroding that sand. And so I'm not saying that she should or even will lose at SummerSlam to Jade Cargill, but it's like, out of these two characters, and they are both flawed characters. Let's keep it a buck.
Right, yeah.
Because I love Jade, but I feel like they're still kind of figuring out what Jade Cargill is in this company. And so you got two imperfect characters on a collision course. Shout out to Kate from Montreal. In this match. And it's like, dog, I am not excited for a Tiffany Stratton Jade Cargill feud, because they've given me no reason to be excited. Like, I think Jade will hold up her end of the bargain, because Jade at least feels comfortable in terms of when she says things in her promos. I can buy that's Jade Cargill. I may not love her promos, Ray, but I can buy that that's what that woman feels. Tiffany Stratton is like, we don't believe you. You need more people.
You need more people.
And the people I'm talking about are in that creative room. They have not supported Tiffany Stratton. Like, again, this Trish Stratus match should have been a bigger deal at Evolution, but they didn't give us anything to sink our teeth into as viewers. And so it's like, yeah, this whole Tiffany Stratus reign feels like Rocky Balboa's title reign at the beginning of Rocky 3.
Right. Yeah.
And Mr. T rolls up on him. It's a paper champion. Don't give him a statue. Give him the guts. His wife get more pipe than the plumber that she do in bed. Like, wait a minute, Mr. T, that was Clubber Lang. Come on, buddy. Let's keep it professional, Clubber. But it's like, we got a paper champion, man. And I wish they would have given her better material, because we know she's a great performer when given the chance. We saw it on NXT. But for whatever reason, for me, Ray, it has not translated on the main roster. And her title reign has been, at best, it's been solid, if not boring. And at worst, it's been confusing and a cluster when you go back and look at that Charlotte match at WrestleMania and the build to that. And so yeah, like my head says Tiffany wins because they're really high on Tiffany, but my heart is like just for nothing else for me as a viewer. Yes, I do want to see Jade achieve something like this, but give me something different because this is not it. This is not it. This is that bland tofu. They should call her Tofu Tiffy is what they should call her, and not the good kind of tofu, and not the good kind of tofu that you can get at Teriyaki Madness.
It tastes like pork belly.
Tastes like pork belly, but it's vegan. It's amazing. Teriyaki Madness. You go crazy. Oh, that should hire me and EO Sky, and I'll be like, EO Sky, this Teriyaki Madness is pretty good. She'd be like, no, Nate, it's crazy. I'm like, EO, you crazy girl. Pass the tofu. But yes, to sum it all up, Tiffany Stratton's title reign has been tofu, bland, flavorless, and unappealing. Let's go, Jade. Let's go, Jade.
All right. Well, say what you really feel, Nate. All right. One more advocate to get his opinion on this, and then we'll move on. Brother Kris, who you got?
I'm going with Jade too, except not for the reason that Nate's going for her, because I don't think WWE is still trying to figure out what to do with Jade. I think they've given up on Jade. I think she's gonna get a run with their belt, but just to say they've done it, I don't understand WWE because they do this shit semi-often, right? Jade is not that complicated of a wrestler to book or even to figure out, man. Braun Breaker is not a great technical wrestler. He's an explosive wrestler that can do cool shit. That's what he is. And they book him to his strengths. For some stupid fucking reason, they think Jade Cargill has to be Black Luthez female junior for some reason. It's like we want her to be some technical wrestler. It makes no fucking sense.
And we were talking about Goldberg earlier. Make her into a Goldberg. Yes. Like
and can I say something? I feel like I'm being blasphemous already for some of these folks with how they talking about Tiffany Stratton. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've seen a couple Luthez matches. I done watched them back on the YouTube and whatnot, Ray. He was all right. He ain't the GOAT. Luthez. You was cool in your day, brother. But it's like black female Luthez, she is not. But she ain't gotta be Kris.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't have to be this. AEW booked her so perfect as far as how they approached her with her matches. She's a brick house. She looks good. And she looks intimidating, right? So they weren't booking her in 20-minute matches or like, oh, we want to show you how to be a good, what Triple H said in that bullshit press conference he did. When she first got there, she doesn't need to be a great wrestler in the sense of the word that WWE wants her to be. She needs to be like Braun Breaker. She needs to be like Bronson. She needs to be like one of those people that, you bring out there. She's an attraction. You bring her out there, you have her fuck up some women for a few minutes, and then go to the back. It's not that goddamn hard. And I do think they are not doing a service to her. I do think she's going to get the belt eventually, one of them, but I just don't. I think they're going about it in a ridiculous way. I predict they're going to give her the belt just to say they did it, and when they book her shitty, they're going to blame her. For not being up to par. And they got to get out this fucking attitude. And Paul Levesque is a chump for this. Book her better. That's all I'm saying, man. And I already spent way more time on this than I should, but book that sister better.
True. All right. Before we move on to the next match.
Ooh, what we got?
All right. Well, frequent contributor, Brother T. Anthony Alb, chimes in with a $20 Canadian donation. Thank you, brother, for your donation.
T. Anthony.
Imagine a year ago posting a Black B video post involving Jade, and then a year later possibly defeating that same woman you mentioned in a title match. Yeah, I want Jade to win, but with this company, question mark.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I ain't even gonna front. That is, I never thought of it like that, man.
When you put that up there, I just want to change my pick off
Right.
it. Just
on principle.
Because I forgot that happened last year, specifically with Jade.
Yes.
I want to keep it Jade, but I'll give you the Steve Martin from Bowfinger treatment when he was talking to Heather Graham, where he found out she slept with Eddie Murphy's geek character, and they had the like 10-second conversation, and Steve Martin, will you put it like that? Okay. And when you put it like that, T. Anthony, it makes perfect sense, but I'll still go with Jay. Just the sister needs something, man. This WWE run should not be in vain. I think she signed to a 3-year contract if I'm not mistaken. I could easily see a reality where she just goes back to AEW. Because this is how wrestling has historically been. There have been guys that succeed in both companies, like Hulk Hogan or Sid Justice, or even like a Medusa or somebody like that. But then there are guys that just thrive better in one company over the other. Back in the 90s, Ric Flair had a decent WWF run, but he's a WCW guy, right?
Yeah.
Lex Luger had a good WWF run, but he's a WCW guy.
That was immediately what came to my mind. Is like she's on that Lex Luger trajectory.
Right. Yeah. And I think with her, she's having a okay. I mean, she's not rugged Ronnie Garvin on these streets, so she's at least having a better career than that. But I do think they see her as an AEW talent, because the difference between her and Cody is Cody was there in the 2010s, so they see Cody as their guy.
Yeah.
Jay, for whatever reason, Triple H is a dumbass, and this is how he's booking her. So I mean,
I'm gonna say something, Ray. You know what? I'm gonna say something even more blasphemous, dog. I'm gonna say it. Jade Cargill, better wrestler than Luthez. I said it. I said it. Come after me, Luthez fans. Come after me. I said it.
I'm gonna put this in the short like I did with the Kenny Omega.
Somebody at the retirement center getting riled up now. What did he say? About
hold on there, you whippersnapper.
Young Thundercat don't know about Luthez.
You better be lucky I don't know how to use Twitter. I would give you a piece of my mind.
Let me put my butterscotch down here. Hold on.
If I don't have your address and some stamps to send you a strongly worded letter.
If I hadn't got my hip replaced back in 2004, I'd hit you with a Thez press right now, brother.
I know.
Okay. Where's my phone book at? I'm gonna find your address.
Those older folks
post wrestling.
Yeah. Keep your anger inside for about another 6 months. We'll have that PO box open for you. You can send that hate mail.
Do you have a fax machine number?
Get you a telegram, bro.
Dear Post Wrestling, stop. Luthez, stop. Was the greatest wrestler of his time. Stop. Jade Cargill, can I compare the feats of Luthez? Stop.
Oh Lord. all of a sudden you're gonna be like, where did this pigeon come from? And why is this note tied around?
China Wade just doing a show, and all of a sudden, who's using Morse code? Wade, what is this? Luthez is the GOAT.
Now you know who gonna get that. You know who on Telegram duty is gonna be our man Neil. He just gonna get one all out in Ireland. It's like what I went through.
Was that your Neil Flanagan impression?
I tried.
You're not the man of 1,000 voices, Ray.
Yeah, I can't be the man of 1,000 voices with only one voice. It's only one. All right. Well, we're moving on. We got 3 more matches remaining. But for those who bet the over,
Like, what the hell?
5 hours, you got an easy dub. We're gonna set at 5.5 hours next month. So, but
like we're not even through SummerSlam, and this ain't even a full damn card yet.
I know.
I blame myself because I went on a couple rants. So shit.
Is that, and then they like these matches that they haven't announced is like, well, I guess we get to touch on, except for that Bird Lady match. We ain't gonna touch on that. we pretty much know Becky Lynch is probably gonna win that hands down.
Ooh.
All agree, say I. We could do a quick review on that.
Why we're getting that belt back?
Oh, nay. All right, we got another.
Agree with that one.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you think? Oh, so the Ring Theory boys think the Bird Lady gonna fly in that New York weather? Okay. What about you, Chris?
What matches is now?
Bird Lady or Big Time Bex for the women's Intercontinental?
Oh, I'll give it to Becky. And
all right, Nate.
Move on from that fast.
See, here's the thing.
Oh man,
like there's so many great animalistic women's wrestlers now. You got the Bird Lady in WWE. You got Spider Lady over in AEW, man.
Yeah, Tekla, yeah.
So many great people. I can't think of any more. Those are the only 2 examples I could think of. But I think you kind of got it. Do you give it back to Lyra so that she and Bayley can feud? But then where does that leave Bex? Does Bex go? Like it's all confusing. You know what? I'll go with the Ring Theory crew and give it to the Bird Lady.
Yeah, I think now you guys have convinced me. You guys have changed my mind. I initially thought Becky, but then I'm like, yeah, you do have to pay off. Yeah, you do have to pay off this story with
Stand your ground, Ray. Stand on business like Girard did.
Come on now.
I think Lyra, she's gonna get her heart like the Tin Man. We were talking about the Wiz earlier. I think she's gonna get her heart finally, and she's gonna stand up to Becky. She's gonna win that title back, and then she's gonna take on Bayley. So, yeah, I think I'll go with Lyra begrudgingly. All right, moving on. We get into, I believe, the most intriguing match of the weekend because we never know who may be lurking. You know, we already had one cash in of the Money in the Bank, and despite what somebody may tell you, you never know what may happen. So, with that in mind, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as the champion Gunther Slim Walt, as Brother Nate terms him, will defend against one Cash Money, one Company Man, one CM Punk. So, let's start with Kris.
Yeah, this one's a little. CM Punk is kind of like in the same category as Roman and Cody, as far as losing. And CM Punk, man, say what you want about that brother. He knows how to fail up. I'll give him that. I do think he is gonna get a title run during this run of his career. Whether he gets to that SummerSlam or not, I don't know. I think a more intriguing story would be him losing to Gunther, and kind of having to work a little bit harder to do it. But I do think they feel that Gunther is a guy that they can kind of have lose. And I did kind of question the way they took the belt off of Jay and put it on Gunther, because it did kind of seem out of nowhere for me. And I even said on Sid's show, I think they did that so CM Punk could take that belt from him. And now they're booking that match, so I'm gonna have to stick with that. Now I'll say CM Punk, but this isn't like this is not a 100% sure pick, but I do think CM Punk is beating Gunther.
All right. Well, let's mix it up. Let's go topsy-turvy. Let's go down to Girard Brown.
I've talked about Gunther being a transitional champion. I think it's time for him to lose that belt. It hasn't even felt like the same Gunther title reign energy.
Right,
and like I've told you, like I've stated on the show, I think it's going to be nice to mix up 800 days with the UK, the 666 days with the IC, to then go that whatever the amount of days was with his first world heavyweight title reign, that his next title reign just being much shorter, and that being a story you can tell with Gunther. I think Punk wins. I also think by the end of it, Seth and his bum leg is going to be coming on out to cash in and take that title.
Yeah, I can see that.
Move on that storyline. So, like, I think Punk will get the dub. I don't think Punk can get out the stadium with that belt.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the hot tag because Kris, you remember the story of the monkey's paw, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, they got a magical, mystical monkey's paw, and they made wishes. And whenever the wish was granted, the monkey's paw, a finger would go down. But the wish was never granted in exactly the way that the person asking for the wish wanted. And I think this is a monkey's paw situation for Company Man Punk. Ray Williams, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Yes, the Muffin Man. Because I feel like part of the deal for Punk to turn his back on all his morals, to be seen as a hypocrite by the world, to be castigated, to be joked upon, to be looked down upon by people that looked up to him. Part of the deal was, you know, Phil, I know you really want this title. So if you come play ball with us in Saudi, you will be a champion. And Phil's like, got to think about this, Paul. And he goes home. He's just eating muffins, drinking Pepsi. AJ's like, what's wrong, Phil? Got a lot on my mind, babe. Got a lot on my mind. Larry comes over. What's wrong, dog? He's like, well, I didn't know you could talk, Larry, but I'm glad you can. I got a lot on my mind, Larry. And then finally he goes back into work the next day, not as CM Punk, not as the Muffin Man, but as Company Man Punk. Okay, Paul, I'll play ball, brother. And so he goes to Saudi, loses to John Cena, and he's like, okay, when we get back, SummerSlam is my moment. I'm going to win the championship. And Triple H, I'm a man of my word, kid. You're world champion. But I didn't tell you the other part of the deal. You'll be world champion for 5 minutes before Seth Rollins cashes in on your ass, and we move on to something else. And so I feel like, yes, I'm 100% in line with Girard's theory. I feel like we will get not one but 2 title changes in this match. CM Punk beats Slim Walt, and then Seth Rollins beats CM Punk.
Yeah. True. And I also got to say this. I don't see a reality where where CM Punk doesn't have one blow up in WWE. We're due one of those. We are due a Muffin Man 2000 I need to main event WrestleMania this year. We're due one of those moments. It's gonna come.
That train's never late.
Yeah, it is coming. I will say that.
From
Gotcha.
company man to crash out. Okay, can the man live? Can the man live? He the company man. He
Yeah,
giving the company
he's
man
gonna
perks
think.
now because it's
Yeah,
title match. Let him breathe a little bit.
yeah, he's gonna
He's
think
gonna-
one of those booking decisions is stupid, and he'll probably be right, and he will handle it in the most unadult way possible. Either this year or next year.
He's like, Hunter, I did everything you asked. I was out there rapping, for God's sake.
Right.
Wow.
I
Him
did what
getting
you
the
wanted me
taste
to
of that
do.
belt, it tells the story of him turning heel. He'll get it off of Sammy after Sammy wins it at Mania. Literally, this will give him the taste he wants to get that belt back, and he'll go so far to do whatever he has to do against Sammy to beat Sammy. But this will go
I like it.
Gunther to Punk to Seth to Sammy to Punk,
Woo.
and by next SummerSlam.
Woo-hoo.
Yo,
There you
He got
go.
the roadmap all planned out. All right. What say you, brother Jay?
Nate is like reading my notes over here. I had the same exact play called, Gunther eats to go to sleep. Punk is celebrating. We see the credits at the end of the the lower thirds. Burn it down, and he get the cash in. We get the false finish. Lee Fitting and Triple H do it again. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna get a cash in, and I think Seth is walking out, not limping out.
All right. Well, let me go to the poll that I put up, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. So I did put up a poll that's saying who's walking out. I didn't say who's winning. I said who's walking out with the World Heavyweight Championship. So 10% say Gunther.
Okay.
20% predict Company Man possibly turning into Cranky Man Punk. And 70% agree with both Brother Jay and Brother Nate, and hence what I'm going with, Seth Rollins. I think he's not only I don't think he's gonna be theatrical with it. He's gonna be dramatic with it. He's gonna come out with crutches and with that brace, and then he's just gonna toss it to the side, take the brace off, and sprint full speed like Charles Robinson style down to cash in that briefcase. So I agree with 70% of our chatters, and I agree with the two of you brothers. I think CM Punk wins, thinks he's got it, and then burn it down. And then it's all she wrote from there. All right. So 2 more matches remaining on our preview. We're almost there. We're almost there.
What in the
I won't
Sharon,
jinx us like the youngest in charge usually does.
What was that show back in the day? Was it Lamb Chop? Was it Sharon Lois and Bram? This is the song that will not end.
Lamb chops.
Yeah.
Yes, it goes on and on. This is the card that will not end. Some people started booking it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue booking it forever.
I have another prediction. I think this will be the first year of the 2-night SummerSlam, and I think this is going to be the last year.
Ooh.
Grand opening, grand closing.
I got the way those tickets that are moving from Thurston. And yeah, I doubt they're doing this shit again, man.
That is a bold prediction, because I think they're trying to set up to have the big four, all the big four be the 2-night big stadium event.
I agree with that up until this show. Because the ticket, unless they could hit another, boom again. But those tickets are atrocious. They're gonna have to pad some of those seats on one of the on probably both of those nights, because those tickets are not moving great.
Gotcha. All right. Well, moving on to the Women's World Championship, we got another 3-way in a big for pay-per-view / PLE, and they just swap out the black women. They keep keep Io in there, keep Rhea in there, but just swap out Bianca for the new Women's World Champion, who we lauded praises with earlier in the show tonight, about 4.5 hours ago, Naomi. So let's go. We'll reverse it back down. So I'll start off this one. Too early to have Naomi lose the belt, so it'll be a quick one for me. I think Naomi's walking out with the title. What say you, Jay?
I got Naomi winning as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got Naomi winning as well.
Who takes the pin?
Ooh.
Somebody got to take the pin.
I'm going to be bold, and there's going to be some interference. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but I think Rhea Ripley can afford the pin. Yeah, I think she may take the pin because I don't think she's going to get submitted. But yeah, I can see a world where Naomi wins via pinfall over Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
All right. Well, say you, Nate.
I don't understand what you're saying, Ray Williams.
What? What's your pick, sir?
Oh, I think, yes, obviously it's way too early to take the belt off of Naomi. I don't think she pins Io because I feel like a pinfall loss would hurt Io way more than it's going to hurt Rhea. And then, to kind of stifle Io's momentum at this point would be crazy, Ray. Who could ever do such a thing? So, yeah, I'm going to say Naomi wins, maybe some shenanigans involved, and Rhea eats the pin.
All right. Girard?
I say Naomi wins, and I'll even go with her pinning Io. But my biggest thing, and I'm not out here trying to protect Tiffany, but I'm gonna just get on this horse because Nate was saying how boring her reign has been, but go backwards because Tiffany boring, Nia boring, Bailey boring.
Watch it now.
Before Bailey boring. And so, think about all those reigns and the matches and everything that happened all the way up to that last point. They've been kind of struggling. Let's go with the Women's World title because before Io, during this past Io reign, we loved that match at Evolution. What was Shawty doing prior? Between Mania and now, what has she been doing? They ain't been doing nothing with her. Before her, it was that Liv Morgan reign that she was kind of wrestling people here or there, but it was kind of really around her and Rhea, but she ain't really do much. Before that, Rhea ain't do much. They don't do a lot with their women's world title reigns, and I don't somehow magically think they're going to change it now, but I would like to see them try something different with one of your characters that Naomi has crafted this great character that goes a little bit beyond just, to me, Rhea is the mommy, but she doesn't have a lot of layers to her. Naomi, you can break her new character down in a lot of different ways. Give her character some stories that these other women have not had coming out of this triple threat. Move Naomi and these women's world titles forward just a little bit more because you're not, once again, if we want to evolve and have an evolution, give them more, just period, in their world title reigns. Yeah. Something to look back and remember. Because I was thinking about Charlotte. I don't even know any of her greatest title matches she's had, but she's had 14 reigns. Give these women something to do, storyline wise. Give them something to do on their reigns. That's all I'm saying. But Naomi for the win.
Okay. Before you proceed, Ray, we have to do this again. Sorry, folks.
Oh, God.
The views and expressions, the resting, spoken by one Girard Downtown Brown, pertaining to the reign of Nia Jax, do not reflect the views of the NWA podcast, Post Wrestling, or any of its subsidiaries, or our sponsors. Shout out to Teriyaki Madness. Thank you.
All right. well, on that note, we'll end off with you, brother Kris. What do you think? Who you got in this triple threat?
Naomi, man. I don't care what. I mean, she is without a doubt the most interesting woman on that roster. Just easily, I don't even think there's a close second. It's Naomi. I think she wins. If she doesn't win, Triple H, you could expect another Substack article. I will do what better. I will be like, yo, Ray, Nate, Jerek, Girard, Jay. When should we start the exclusive NWA newsletter? Because I would be that ridiculous if she lost that fast.
All right, that makes sense.
But you know what? Would you saying that, Kris? It would not be surprising because
Never
we've seen this happen before. So that totally makes all sense. So
She
Triple
is
H, if you're listening, proceed with caution.
right. Yeah. She's black. She's black, and we don't always get the great end of the stick in that company.
Yeah, imagine if her and Jay lose. You definitely know that newsletter coming up.
Cardi B ain't coming back.
That means it's going to be a 4,000 word article if they both lose. Hey.
All right. And now we made it to the home stretch. We made it to the finish line for the match that everyone's been dying to see, the rematch of the most thrilling, most exhilarating match on that WrestleMania 41 card. So exhilarating. So the twists and turns. But now everything is legal. No holds bar. It'll be a street fight between the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and the never seen 17 reigning defending WWE champion, undisputed champion, John Cena. All right, so what? I already hear exhale, Nate, or not Nate, but brother Kris. Go ahead, brother Kris.
If John Cena's title reign was a rabid dog via Old Yeller,
no,
they should have taken that thing out months ago and had it shot.
Wow,
it is horrible, and I do owe an apology. I've said that before the air because I made a joke about Cena, and it said something about a woman with a disease or something like that, and one of the viewers got offended by that, so I do want to apologize. No one's pressured me into doing that. John or Wade didn't, Nate didn't say, yo, apologize. I'm doing it on my own. And my wife said I should apologize to Linda McMahon because you don't want me calling her what I called her. So I apologize for that. I don't apologize for hating that woman, but I apologize for that as well.
Look, is it that hard, Roman Reigns, to apologize, brother?
I'm about to say, get that out, or else Cal State Fullerton is going to suddenly not have no funding. Yeah, you better get that
I'm no. You remember that guy, the cussing pastor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At Cal State Fullerton, I'm known as the cussing professor. Check out what those students say on me. I'd rate my professors.
Who wants to talk about some fucking politics?
Yeah, they know what's up. I get the job done, and so they know what's up. But
back in 1876, the Continental Congress, these motherfuckers was crazy.
But this John Cena title reign has been a flop. It's not good. The initial turn was awesome.
Yep.
This shit is really, really boring and dumb and needs to end. John Cena, start your Hollywood career. Fuck, I will see what I can. I will pay somebody to give you the goddamn Oscar if I don't have to see this shit anymore, man. Whatever. I do not want to see this combination of you on TV ever a fucking again, man. It's been a great career. You seem like a decent guy. I respect you. This title reign ain't it, man. Get that belt off of you. Pay them to take the belt off of you. Just be like, yo, take this belt, do something else with it. Have them set that belt free, man. Like throw it into the ocean, throw it into the woods so it can be out in the wild with other belts. This is a horrible run, John Cena. This is your most garbage title reign in your long, illustrious 20-plus year career. This has been garbage. John Cena, I think you know, not even in your heart of hearts, I think you know that outwardly this shit has been fucking garbage. I don't blame you, Cena. I blame The Rock. I blame Nick Khan. And I blame Triple H.
Damn.
This is a garbage reign. You're getting your money, Cena. I got no problem with you. That belt needs to come off of you. Put it on Cody. Put it on one of the women. Put it on the little Miz girl. I think she's a college student now. Put it on her. Put it on somebody. Hey, I'll take Judy Bagwell. I banged on her winning the tag titles. put raise Judy Bagwell back. And shout out to Buff Bagwell because he's going through his stuff.
Shout out.
Buff Bagwell with after the getting the leg
the amputation.
Yeah,
The one
damn.
Put it on anybody else. This is a garbage race.
Wow.
Garbage. Get the belt off of him. Cody, I hope you win. Not because I'm a huge fan of Cody. I just want this shit to be over. I want my gray hair to start turning black again.
Damn.
You have destroyed my spirit with this title reign, Johnson, in WWE. And I blame Triple H, The Rock, and Nick Khan. Garbage.
Two things, Ray, before we continue. Chris, to be fair, this man did say he was going to ruin wrestling. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But the other thing, like when Chris is talking about setting the belt free, now I'm just having an image of the championship belt just in the woods somewhere. It's lost, and then all of a sudden, here comes the WCW TV title belt. Hey, you're among friends. Come home.
Yeah,
Come
I
home.
know. Right?
The AWA championship belts cooking dinner, like just in the arms of an angel. Like Sarah McLachlan, why you got all these belts?
Yeah,
I seen Mercedes Moné and I was inspired.
The hardcore belts over there chilling with
the hardcore belts chilling. Yep.
Yeah.
The United States Tag Team title.
Yes, the U.S. Tag Team title.
WWE lightweight title.
You're among friends. Come home.
Yeah. You're amongst friends.
The 24/7 title.
And then the 24/7 title is locked in the basement. It's locked in the attic.
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about him.
Oh, that's Bruno. That's crazy.
Bruno.
That's Bruno. Oh man.
All right, brother Girard. What do you think? Who's taking it out? Or do we see Seth?
No.
Well, you already mentioned Seth in your theory for the world title. Is there any chance that Seth might be taking this one?
I know we diverted from Naomi going after Tiffany and Jade. I don't think if Seth diverts to after all the knee gate chicanery nonsense, I'm sorry. What are y'all doing? Y'all out thinking y'all own stories at that point. Sometimes predictable is the right direction to go. And so Seth's with the world title. That's the title he made in the first place. That's the title that he wants to stop CM Punk from having. You would go after that belt.
Right, for real.
I don't want Cody to win it off of Cena because I don't think that's going to do a lot for his babyface character, and I've been saying that for a while. I don't think he needs to be the one to beat Cena, but this is the route we're going to go, and we'll see how the fans take to Cody winning that belt back. I mean, I guess this is just the inevitable where we're going. He has to be the one to beat Cena for it, and okay, I guess that's the way we're going, and that's what I'm saying, but I don't want it, but I also don't want Cena to have that belt any longer. Like, I'm good. Like, this reign has been awful. For all the reasons Dr. Kris said and more. Like, this reign has not been it. I was there when you kicked it off. I regret my ticket cost. I could have watched that from home. I will be watching next year from home.
Damn.
You just need to lose this belt right now, homie. We need a shake up. We need all Johns with world titles need to relinquish their world. We've gotten rid of one.
For the
Time
next
is
one
up.
more to go. For the
Your
next
time
year,
is up.
just ban all Johns from ever holding the titles.
We got a
All
moratorium on Johns right now.
Yeah,
Damn.
you know it's bad when
Johnny
somebody
Nitro's like, what'd he say fuck me for?
Well, no. Yeah. You know it's bad when somebody's like, I'm voting for Cody. He's the lesser of two evils. All right.
Oh man, that's crazy, especially with him being on the red side of this picture too.
Message.
Hey,
All right. We'll go with you, brother Jay.
I'm going with Cody, but I think on this one, there are seeds being planted on a double turn.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And I hope they execute fully on this one. That's in an entertaining way that doesn't like insult our intelligence, because Cena's run has been a flop. I was hoping. I mean, it started out on a super high, minus Travis Scott. But everything else that's being told. I mean, if you look at it from week to week, where we are right now with John Cena, he's talking to the crowd now, differently than he did with the initial heel turn. At first, it was a breakup, and now he's actually like, "I'm sorry, I can't do this," blah blah blah. Trying to get this explanation, and he's now talking to the crowd and the fans as if, you know what. Maybe I did do something wrong. Maybe I was too harsh on this. And Cody's starting to get that bit of an edge to him. And I want to see where it goes. But I think Cody is going to win. And he may actually cheat to do it, which is cool with me. I'm fine. Just get the title run off of Cena. And let's start the redemption story to redeem him as the clean-cut WWE John Cena that we knew before. I thought I would love the heel turn, and I did initially, but this sucks.
Big facts.
Wow, it's very bold statements. Hopefully, Jet Black Suit, you're not into this John Cena storyline like you would. But I'll go ahead and go next, and then I'll leave final word for
the final boss.
MC. Yes, our MC, our master of ceremonies. But before I get into my pick, I put another poll out there. Who walks out of SummerSlam with the WWE title? And right now,
Judy Bagwell.
John Cena stands at 0%. Cody Rhodes stands at 40%.
What?
Which means 60% vote for the cash in. Which
you can't cash in twice.
Doesn't make sense to me because 70% voted Seth to cash in the WWE title. I hope it's not the same people. It's not two briefcases, people.
Right.
He's like, I'm only using half of it now.
half of you split the contract in half. There's some funny stuff happening with these contracts.
Yeah. Now, I will say this for the people voting for the Seth Rollins cash in. Like Jay was saying, that would make no fucking sense because the guy he's been railing on since he left AEW to go back to WWE is CM Punk.
Yeah,
that's the guy he is the bane of his existence for some reason. So then for him to cash in on Cody, I would not excuse TKO, whoever the fuck, if they did that. It would make zero sense.
And the other side of the coin on that too, Chris, is that title's on SmackDown, and his faction with no name is on Raw.
Right.
So I don't see that happening either.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So. All right. Well, with my pick, I'm on board with you guys. First off, you mentioned John Cena kind of sounding like he was remorseful, Brother Jay. I don't know. I think it's a cowardly heel trick, because in that same breath, he was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I could be there, but I got obligations in my movie.
The Hollywood obligations."
Yeah. So I think he was kind of putting on like a fake, like remorse on that one. I mean, you could still probably do like the turn and make him a good guy at the end, which I think they're most likely going to do, especially he's got like another whole half of a year left on this retirement tour. So of course you're going to have him come back around and see the error of his ways, but I think he's still being that cowardly heel right now. Go ahead, Chris.
John Cena is the house guest who you were excited to have him over in the beginning, and now he's starting to eat your fucking food that you had. You had
like, bruh, man.
Yeah, you had a Danish in the fridge that you were waiting to eat when you got off of work. This motherfucker ate it. He's drinking your milk. He is.
Don't drink Ray's milk.
You beat me to it. You beat me to
it. He's leaving hair in the shower. He's somebody that needs to go. I gotta get that.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I think, and we, Jay, you also mentioned Cody Rhodes cheating again. Is no holds barred. It's a street fight. It's not really cheating. So I think he can, in those street fights, he's going to do whatever he can to win, but you can still kind of maintain that good guy persona with Cody Rhodes, but you could kind of have him just like when you had him, I think back in AEW when he was in that dog collar match with Brody Lee, RIP. Is like he had to turn over a new leaf. He had to get on that dark side for just a little bit. Or with those matches that he had, I believe he had that hardcore match with Andrade, which he set the table on fire, which was crazy. But yeah, I think like when the situation presents itself, he can cross that line, but then he could bring himself back. He could justify it with that just being the rules of engagement within that particular match. So I got Cody as well. I don't think there's a cash in. I'm sorry for those who voted, but I don't think there's cash in. All right, brother Nate, what do you say, since you couldn't understand?
First of all, I want to apologize to John Cena for the words that have been spoken tonight. Somewhere, Cena, I know he's a loyal viewer. He's a loyal NWA podcast follower, and he is sitting right now in his $1 million home. He's just like Alonzo from Training Day, like, you ungrateful sons of bitches. You think you can do this to me? I run this. You just live here.
Yeah, I'm the police. Yeah,
I'm the police. You're going to be podcasting from Pelican Bay when I'm through with you, Chris.
Yeah.
24-hour shoot program. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. But here's the thing, man. The only saving grace for John Cena in this title reign is that Tiffany Stratton's title reign exists.
Damn.
Because if not, and here's the thing, Tiffany's title reign ain't even been terrible. It's just been boring.
Right.
This has been objectively terrible. And there's been so many fumbles and missteps along the way ever since that heel turn, the initial heel turn, which was so great and had everybody captivated. And then we just had fumble after fumble after fumble. Like Ron Killings was collateral in this run.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ron Killings is like, I don't know what they're doing with the brother. And it's a shame because when he was released and came back, there was so much potential to do something cool and interesting. There's still time, but I have no hope for them capitalizing on what Ron Killings brings to the table. Cody Rhodes as your top babyface. You made Cody Rhodes look like an idiot at WrestleMania.
Right. Completely.
And I don't think like Cody is good enough that he can withstand it, but he's still a lesser version of Cody than he was that night at WrestleMania.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's been so many people that have been hurt by this John Cena feud. Muffin Man flew his brother to Saudi, to take an L. And I don't even think that really process. And wrapped in the process. I don't think that helped Cena in any way, that victory over Punk. Like it really did nothing to improve this title reign. And so like there have been so many people hurt by this John Cena title run. Maybe most importantly of all, John Cena, Ray Williams.
Yeah.
Because on this last run, you don't want to look at John Cena as the character where it's like when he shows up on the screen, like, here we go again. You want to be excited to see this dude. I was going to say arguably, it's not even arguable at this point. This dude is on the Mount Rushmore of WWE.
Right.
Alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin, alongside the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and alongside another, I can't quite make out that last figure. It looks kind of real, but I don't know. Maybe it's American Brother. I can't make out that last figure on the mountain.
Get yourself some beer, brother.
I need another sip of beer, brother. But he's on that mountain with all of those dudes, and so to see this as the way he goes out, and yes, we have another half a year, and we're gonna get the babyface turn. But if you go back to one of the first episodes of Ring Theory, maybe the first episode of Ring Theory, the night after WrestleMania, or it may even been the Ring Theory where we did the Netflix debut, and Girard was talking about the potential for a Cena storyline and how we can just follow the character and see this growth from this character. We've got none of that. We've got none of that. And so, Cena by the storyline should not lose, because if you're the guy that's going to ruin wrestling and you're going to end all this, then your title reign should last longer than 3 months, 4 months. But ain't nobody here for this, man.
Nope.
John Cena, we tired, man. The world is bad enough, John Cena, without your title reign bringing all of us down. So please do us a favor. Help us help you, brother. And drop the damn belt, John. I want to enjoy Peacemaker season 2, okay? I want to enjoy when you pop up in these movies, like you was in, spoiler alert, he had a cameo in Superman. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, Ray Williams, Superman can fly. I don't know if you knew that. He doesn't just jump high, Ray. He can fly. He's not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He just doesn't have good hops. He can fly. But yeah, this Cena title reign has been terrible, man. And it's a shame because it should have been great, but it's not.
No.
So Cody, like the story should dictate that Cena wins because he's still got to learn something. But give it to Cody, man, just so we can end this. Just so we can move on to something else. Like you can still tell your story, John Cena, because we're not enjoying the story, kids. But let the belt be free. Like how many belts do we have that need to be freed in this company? Many belts need to be freed.
Like Cena's title reign has been so horrible and garbage and abominable and stupid.
Basura, as Jay would say.
Right, yeah. It's so bad that I'm going to say something blasphemous that I never thought I'd say.
Don't talk about Luthez.
It's so bad that I don't even want to see The Rock come back. I don't care if I see The Rock doing WWE TV ever again after this fucking
Ever.
yeah.
Ever?
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, and I love The Rock. You know us, Nate. We are the resident Rock lovers. This side of these wrestling streets, but The Rock is just kind of disappointing me.
Spoiler alert, Ray. There may be a podcast on this very network that chronicles The Rock's movie career.
I think I might have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a lot better than this Cena title run.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.